All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are doing well this morning. Okay, yeah, it's gonna work. Okay. I don't know why my camera has decided now is the time to start flashing. I'll try and see if I can adjust that as we go along, but you never know. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, well, let's see what our weather is supposed to be like today. 72 degrees currently. Well, let's refresh that. That was 8 minutes ago. Let's refresh it and see. Now it's 73 degrees in the great metropolis of Brandon, Iowa. High of 84. Not too terrible. Take a look at our extended forecast. Oh, I see some 90s creeping in, so we might have a pretty warm weekend. So hope you enjoyed the cool weather we had early this morning, because looks like we might be hitting some hotter weather again later on in the month. All right, close that so it doesn't interfere with my thing. Hopefully you are all doing well today. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. I've gone back to the Mornings with Jesus devotional for this. And this is actually for Mondays, but I kind of liked it. The verse this morning is from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, the first verse. To everything there is a season. This past weekend I visited a town in northwest Arkansas where one of my best friends lives. She invited my girls and myself to join her at her house on Beaver Lake, where we rode on her boat, swam, and relaxed. As we always do, we reminisced about the years I lived down the street from her when we first became friends. I asked about people I'd known in those days, and she gave me updates on their lives, how they're doing, if they have kids, still have the same jobs, etc. Driving home, I thought about them all, which led me to think about other people I've known who aren't a part of my life anymore. This is a relief with a few people, but mostly it makes me feel a little sad. It's weird when you realize there are people you once shared important things with who are practically strangers now. The writer of Ecclesiastes tells us there's a season for everything, and we see that truth reflected in the life of Jesus. Even in his short 33 years, he had different types of relationships, and people moved in and out of his life. Peter, James, and John were his inner circle, and then the 12, although one of them betrayed him. Martha, his mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene were the women most prominent in his life. Then there were one-time encounters with individuals, as well as the multitudes he fed. Relationships vary with seasons and stages of our lives. Sometimes we have control, but often we do not. Living in the moment, appreciating what has been, and trusting Jesus for the future is where peace lies. Have you ever thought about some of the friends you may have had when you were growing up at various stages of your life? I can say, the thing about being the son of a minister is that you, especially United Methodist minister, you move about every 4 to 7 years, somewhere in there. And so it would be about, I'd live in a town, make some friends, and then we'd move. And I'd live in a town, make some friends, and we moved. If you ever ask me what I consider to be my hometown, that would be Kingsley, because of all the schools I attended, I went to that one the longest, from sixth grade on to when I graduated. And it just feels sometimes, I often wonder, what are some of those people doing now? Now, some of you, not all of you, some of you watch on YouTube, but a lot of you watch on Facebook. And originally, Facebook was great to see how, old high school friends were doing. Oh, I see so-and-so finally got married. Well, they've been dating since they were in 7th grade. It's about time, kind of thing. And it was kind of interesting to see where these people wound up in their lives. I'm sure many of them who are watching this right now are either completely flabbergasted or not at all surprised that I'm a minister right now. I remember seeing, I was about to wish someone a happy anniversary. I had gone to their wedding, and I was going to wish them a happy anniversary, and I just, for some reason, it never occurred to me previous years, but it just stuck in my mind that year. So I went to their Facebook page to wish them a happy anniversary, and discovered not only had they divorced their spouse, they were engaged to someone else. So obviously I had fallen out of contact with them a little bit. Some of the other things, I have friends I've known in college who I just saw on their Facebook that their kids are starting their first year of junior high. And to me, that is just mind-blowing. No, you're too young to have kids that are in junior high. And it's just interesting, the different parts of our lives where these people intersected with us. For many of us, it was, people we met in school. In fact, I would say of my friends, probably 99% of them are ones I've met in school. And then there are friends that we don't talk to like we used to. In fact, I would say I don't talk to really almost any of my friends at the rate I used to when I was younger. That comes with us now being adults. We have responsibilities. We have bills that we have to pay. We have jobs we have to go to. Some of us have kids to take care of. And that just goes as you get older. I had a group of friends when I was in junior high and high school that about, usually around each of our birthdays, 4 times a year, we would make a point that some weekend we would go to whoever's birthday it was, go to their house, and we would make a point to stay up all night playing video games. I have a lot of good memories playing GoldenEye at 3 o'clock in the morning with those friends. We don't stay up all night playing video games anymore, because if we did, we wouldn't be able to do our jobs, and we would lose our jobs. And then who's going to pay the power to play our video games? It's interesting now that I haven't talked to them in quite a while. I know one kind of had his issues with the law, and another is actually, ironically, kind of working for the law. So, but other than that, I haven't really talked to them. I might, we might comment a little back and forth on Facebook, but that's it. And part of me is sad about that. Part of me is very, very sad. But also, that's kind of how life works. I have friends that I went to college with that I never really, we talked a little bit while we were in college, but once we left college, we really started talking. And now it seems like at least once or twice a week, if not more, we're exchanging fun stories, horrible puns, or pictures of whatever our mischief our cats are getting into. And that is also part of it. It seems like all of my closest friends don't like Iowa. I have, one of my best friends lives in Texas. Another one lives in Nebraska. I'm sorry for living in Nebraska. That has to not be fun. And that's the way our life goes. Does it mean that they did not matter to us? No. Does it mean that they still don't? No. A lot of our friends we connect with, and a lot of our friends we don't talk to as much as we want, but they're still just as good of friends. Then there are some friendships that kind of fizzle out, and that's perfectly natural. I talked about yesterday, though, the one friendship that will never, ever fizzle out. And we talk about for everything there's a season. As we grow and mature and develop in different ways, we will grow apart from some people, but we will never grow apart from God. We will never, ever be at that state where we can't talk to Him. It's like those friends that are always a phone call away, no matter how long it's been. That's the kind of friendship that we should strive for with God. Actually, we should strive for where we're constantly talking, but we never have to feel that we've been abandoned by Him. He's always just a prayer away. So as we develop and mature, there's one constant, one rock-solid friendship, one rock-solid relationship that we can always count on. And so I encourage you to do two things. One, to look at to be thankful for the friends you have. To look at your family, be that, your family by blood, maybe your church family, and to recognize how lucky you are to have those people in your life. And also, how wonderful it is to have a God whose friendship truly is eternal. That no matter how we've developed, what paths we've taken, where we are in our lives now, that friendship will remain strong. All we have to do is pick up the phone and call. It's just a prayer away. So that's the uplifting thought I wish to leave with you today. We are still, I was just checking the numbers and I'll bring them up here. Obviously, we're still going to be doing online worship. This is for Benton County. And you can kind of see we dipped down a little bit and then we rose back up. I'll check out Buchanan. And again, Buchanan kind of did the same thing. Dipped down and then went right back up. So we are still currently having a online worship. And then, as always, that'll be out Saturday night, Sunday morning. And the DVDs, hopefully this time I'll know what I'm doing when I burn them. The DVDs will be at the church either Monday, probably by Monday afternoon. In fact, you can assume that generally they'll always be out by Monday afternoon. Unless I let you know otherwise. And even when I do, make a mistake, which happens more often than I'd care to admit, even when I do make a mistake, it's generally one I can fix within a day when it comes to burning those. So it only takes about a day to burn them. But I won't say it's boring work because I can work on other things while I'm waiting for it to burn. It's just that meter always seems to take a little bit longer than you want it to. But yeah, so if I ever do make a mistake, it should never be really later than Monday afternoon unless something horrific has happened. My computer has crashed. My DVDs have all melted or something. I don't know. But barring that disaster, you can always expect the Monday afternoon. Well, were you sick of getting ignored? Speaking of friendships that last forever, how about a cat that never leaves your side? Right, Kiwi? Yeah, you're after my coffee. Oh, yeah, you're a good kitty. So hopefully you all have a good day. I think someone is telling me that it's time for me to open up a can of Friskies for her. So I will let you all go. Take care. And remember the friendships that you have and the one that is guaranteed to last forever. Have a good day, everybody.